Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and receive. Welcome to your 10-minute morning send off designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. So, today we are going to talk about how to invite good fortune when you feel overwhelmed. And I know that there are plenty of people out there who are feeling overwhelmed at this time. This particular Rise and Receive was inspired by a client of mine who put in a request. She's been following the Rise and Receive. She loves them. And she says, "Hey, Sonia, you asked for ideas for Rise and Receive. So thank you to the person who made that request. And also, I would love to extend that request to anyone who watches Rise and Receives because I'm here to serve. This is for you. It's for me because I'm passionate about this, but this is for you to really learn how to receive your fulfillment by unlearning struggles. So if you would like to either now or later in the comments section, just say, hey, would you do a Rise and Receive about this? I would love that. And I will keep moving forward in that way. So if you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author. And I am really passionate about putting the spotlight on a much easier way of pursuing your goals and dreams. And one of the things that I love to teach about is that if you are struggling, if you are overwhelmed, if you are feeling stuck in your manifestation efforts, chances are pretty good that it's because you are over relying on what I call a doing model of manifestation, which is based in kind of the hunter model, where you get an idea or an intention, and then you gather your tools, make a strategy, and then pursue or hunt what it is that you want out on the horizon. So that model of manifestation is really limited to what you can know with your mind and do with your own body. The receiving model of manifestation is all about being. So there's doing and there's being. And the heart and soul of the receiving model is that it's invitation based instead of intention based. So I thought I would put even more of a spotlight on why should you care about the invitation model? So there's two key reasons. One, it's way easier. It's way easier because you are not relying on the thinking and the hard work ethic that is what really is well ingrained into many of us, growing up in our culture this time on earth. It's a lot of hard work. The hard work ethic is a learned struggle when we over rely on it. Some hard work is a natural part of life and it's really satisfying. But if you just are still pursuing and it hasn't happened for you and you're waiting for your long overdue rewards and you've been sacrificing forever and you've been thinking, when's it going to be my turn? Then you're probably over relying on the doing model. So the first reason invitation matters, or why you even care about it, is it's way easier. And the second reason invitation is so powerful in contrast to intention is it allows you to receive beyond. The key word here is beyond. Easier and beyond. Beyond what your mind could know, beyond what you could do with your own body, your own physical actions. It invites the abundance, the benevolence, the kindness of life that is beyond what you could ever know. So I'm here to help people learn how to become what I call a fortunate receiver. And the reason I chose fortunate above all else is if you look in the dictionary, fortune or fortunate relates to receiving something that is uncertain or from an unknown source. So it's beyond. All right. Now, given that, today we're going to talk about how to invite good fortune when you feel overwhelmed. And so one of the ways that you can use the Receive card deck, there's several ways that are emerging as I'm personally practicing with them now in this new series. You can actually lay the cards out in front of you, ask a question, sort of like, you close your eyes and go, what is it that I need to hear today? And you pull a card and you just trust that that's for you to receive today beyond what you could know to ask. Okay. You might ask a question like, How do I invite good fortune around this area of my life? So you could just have a topic and you want to open up to beyond what you know. And in today's situation where we are focusing specifically on overwhelm, what I did on behalf of my client and all of you is I actually pulled out one of the 4 categories of these cards. So one of the categories, there's 56 cards and each suit or category has 14. This particular category is all about soothing. Receive soothing. And this is such an important part of receiving your fulfillment because the doing model, what that does, what we have learned to do in our struggle is we want something. We either want to create something or we want some discomfort to go away. And what we do is we relate to our discomfort like overwhelm as if it's a problem to solve. You get into the doing model, it's think, problem solve, problem solve. How do I do something? What do I do about this? And here's the phrase that tells you ding, 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 I'm in the doing model. What do I do in order to? In order to. So what's really happening in your being is you're wanting soothing. You're wanting nurturing. You're wanting comfort. The feeling is driving the manifestation effort. But if you only know how to respond to your manifestation efforts, your inclinations through doing, then what's happening in consciousness is your well-being is always going to be held hostage to you doing something. So if you feel overwhelmed, what's really happening when you're doing to get unoverwhelmed, in other words, how do I get on top of this? How do I figure it out? In my client's situation, she said, how do I get it all done? When you're in that loop, what's happening is you have this consciousness of, I need to do this, I need to get on top of it, I need to get a handle on it, and then I'll feel fill in the blank. Safe, peaceful, relaxed. All manifestation efforts are for one reason only. You're chasing a feeling. But when you move into the being model, you actually deal with the feelings first. You receive your needs. You receive whatever is arising, the feelings. So much of receiving with more ease and beyond is about meeting your unmet needs. When you start to receive those, which is what's arising first, and you open up the floodgates, the space to receive around that, then the space opens up and you can receive whatever else life wants to give you. And that's where the fulfillment starts to come in. But you cannot receive your wants until you receive your needs. And receiving your needs is about soothing. Okay, so what I did with today's card is I pulled out that deck and then that particular category, and I have 14 cards that are all about soothing. And I close my eyes and I ask, what is needed here today? What is needed to soothe this overwhelm? So I pulled the card called Soothe Your Struggle. Soothe Your Struggle. This is a shorter one, so I'm actually going to read the whole thing to you. And I invite you to just let the words wash over you. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, see what nugget is here for you today. Here we go. There is nothing inherently bad or wrong with struggle. We suffer because of what we think our struggle means. Do you believe your struggle means endless discontent? Do you fear struggle means you are powerless? Do you believe your struggle means you're stupid, inadequate, unworthy, or doomed? Some struggle is a natural part of life. A mother and a baby in childbirth, a sea sprout pushing through the earth, a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. But for the modern day human, most struggle is learned. We got the message that we must control to be safe. And yet control is an illusion. And while life is messy, miracles happen in the messy. Yes, you can be overwhelmed and it can be messy. And wonderful things can happen as we start to understand how to deal with our resistance to the struggle. So the card goes on. Seeking control helped you survive, but receiving struggle instead allows you to thrive. When you become aware of struggle, take a breath and let it be here. Simply let it be here. Let your struggle find a home in your heart of compassion so that it can find rest. Take a breath or two and ask, what's the kindest thing I can do right now? Then do what's in front of you. That's an important phrase here. We're going to talk more about that. Do what's in front of you. As you release resistance to struggle and let it occupy space in your awareness, the part of you that was fighting it will be set free to stand back, breathe, and experience a new space in which you can receive new insights, possibilities, and next steps. So, if you are feeling overwhelmed, here's a great mantra that you can use or modify. Notice when you are feeling overwhelmed, and the key is to stop, breathe, and receive that. I feel overwhelmed. See if you can stop yourself. Notice the difference between feeling overwhelmed, breathing and letting it be here, and hopping straight up into your head and saying, what do I do? What do I do? How do I get it all done? Okay, that's in this client situation. Your overwhelm might be more of an emotional nature. I feel emotionally overwhelmed rather than how do I get it all done overwhelmed. No matter what the struggle is, no matter what the overwhelm is, instead of resisting it, which is the opposite of invitation, you invite it, you welcome it, you let it be here, you breathe, and just sit for a bit and say, yeah, I feel overwhelmed and I feel this and I feel that. I don't know how I'm going to get it all done. You just let it be here. Allow the space. As you stop fighting the overwhelm by trying to control it, the energy will shift. You will feel a space. And that space is the invitation for new insights, possibilities, and next steps. So here's a mantra for you. I am willing to receive new possibilities as I allow my struggle permission to be here. I allow my struggle permission to be here. We don't give our struggle permission. We feel struggle, we experience struggle, and immediately we try to solve it because it needs to leave so that I can feel better. Okay, so one final piece about overwhelm today. Once you allow it to be here, once you receive it, okay, and you invite more better, you breathe, then the action piece is do what's in front of you. And then do what's in front of you and do what's in front of you. So much struggle, like this client who said, how do I get it all done, is because our minds are focused on the saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do I eat the whole elephant? How do I handle all of the moving parts of my whole life and my 5-year plan and my 30-day plan? How do I handle? I got so much spinning, okay? So you receive all the spinning. You let it be here. That will open up a space. You invite more better. I'm willing to receive new possibilities and allow yourself now to be. Just be. Let everything be as it is. At some point, something will shift. It has to, because that's how life is. The next thing will come. And then do what's in front of you. That's how you navigate overwhelm. And that is how big, giant projects or many dishes or plates spinning in the air get addressed and navigated in a productive way. And you can keep receiving what life is here to give you as you need it. So I hope this is helpful to you. This particular series of Rise and Receive, I am doing in celebration of a brand new workshop, brand new in terms of a new iteration, but I've been doing it for over 20 years. The Vision Workshop. It's coming up October. I don't know why I went to July. October 7th and 14th. The URL for that is receiveclarity.com. I would love it if you join me. The whole point is to receive clarity, receive your power, and receive your path forward. It's open to 25 students total. 5 have already taken their spots. And the first 10 receive a bonus 30-minute session with me if you'd like to jump on that. Receiveclarity.com. I'd love to really support you in doing a deep dive into the power of invitation. The Vision Workshop is one of the most powerful ways of connecting with clarity and to be a vision. To be an invitation to what you most want in life, whether it's a specific aspect of your life or vision for your whole life, which a lot of people are wanting and needing now more than ever when our North Star is not in the outer world. It must be in your inner world, and I help you connect with your inner North Star. So I hope this was helpful. Please like, please share, please subscribe if you're on YouTube. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve, and I'll see you at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everybody.